This is your effing wake-up call this morning, okay? And you can thank me later. I needed a massive wake-up call this week. Hence, I was up massively journaling the entire day at 5 a.m. this morning. Getting back to basics. Doing what I said I would do in January, okay? Focusing on what needs doing rather than worrying about things I don't have control over, okay? So this is a wake-up call. But this week, these last 3 days have been a wake-up call for me. I'm going to tell you what I've been through, and I want it to be a wake-up call for you guys, okay? Danius, Gilly, Clark, Glenn, say good morning, let us know where you're from. So, who needs to get back on track with, dependent on what way you look at it, whether you're an entrepreneur, one of my business clients, or one of my fat loss, fitness, nutrition clients, who needs to get Q1, if you're a businessman probably, or 2021, if you're a fitness person, back on track? Because I tell you what, I do, and as Paul would say, I hit some massive rumble strips this week, but I'm glad I've hit them. Hitting them has been a good thing because it's been so hard not to swear. A effing wake-up call. A wake-up call just doesn't have the same impact. But kids are watching, and I need to continue with that because profanity doesn't build anything. Okay, I lost it. I lost it this week. You guys won't have noticed. I don't know if you see my energy change or not. I don't know if you do or not, but Nat will quite happily tell you a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, unbearable. Not even worth being around, okay? TWAT. And a lot of it come down to my daily plan. I'd stopped journaling. I stopped outlining my goals. I'd stopped focusing on what it is that I need to do on a daily basis, okay? And I'd let things that I can't control bother me. Now, I'm not going to go on too long this morning because I've got a big training plan straight after this for my clients. But it comes down to awareness, okay? And it comes down to a daily plan. Now, a big thing several things that I wrote down here that I want you guys to remember is, who's considered that there's over half of this week left? Okay, this is massive for me. You might not have had a great Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they're gone, okay? Most of you, some of you, maybe all of you, are already winding down into the weekend, or maybe rating this week in your head of how it's gone. Oh, it's been a crap week. I'm having a crap week. It's not going well. It's not going how I wanted it to. Well, one, we're not even at the halfway point until midday today. So reset and restart. And realise there's 4 full days left in this week. I don't expect anyone to train or work more than 4 days. Okay? Don't expect my business mentees to work more than 4 days. In fact, that's what I coach them on, so that they only have to work 4 days. So they have more money, more impact, and more freedom. Okay? It's not just about money. Okay? However, one of them who's watching, who is incredibly focused, who's just logged in, Amy, is absolutely smashing it. Smashing her business goals, okay? Because she's focused. Now, the point is, and this is why we all need coaches, and this is why I need a coach. Because if not, we start to drift, okay? But when you have a coach, I have Paul, when you hit a rumble strip, someone pulls you back and says, why aren't you filling in your journal? Why aren't you doing what you said you were going to do? What's most important? Where are you focused? Why aren't you doing what you said you were going to do? What's changed? What questions do you asking yourself, okay? And we are all drifting, and I had massively started to drift, okay? And you all start to give up on doing what you said you were going to do. Why? Because it's got tough. You didn't lose any weight this week. You didn't make any sales, okay? You went backwards. You will always go backwards, okay? Look at my own behaviour, okay? Amy smashed 4 figures in her first week of selling her business, okay? Why? Because I made her accountable. I made her do what she said she was going to do every single day, okay? She had a list, she did it, she came straight back to me, done it, what's next? That's accountability, okay? That's what you get from having a coach, okay? And that's why you need a coach. That's why I need a coach. Look at, I'll give you another example. Last week, the podcast. So we were number 6 globally, UK, iTunes, whatever. The main chart, number 6, okay? We're now, I don't know what we are this morning, but we're number 57 yesterday. We've gone backwards. Tough pill to swallow, isn't it? Okay, but guess what? It's always easy at the start. Then the work starts. Then the graft starts. Then you need to switch on. Then you need to focus. Then you need to find new ways. Then you need to have people find new accountability. Because the first bit's easy. Like the first 2 weeks of 2021 were easy. Like the first 2 weeks of when you started working with me were easy. Like the first 2 weeks of your new business were easy. Like the first 2 weeks of whatever you do is easy, okay? Because you're focused on it with razor sharp focused and you're motivated. And then you hit the rumble strip. And some people just go straight past the rumble strip into the crash barrier and that's it. They're gone, okay? They don't get back up. So this is your wake up call. And this needs to not be you, okay? I'm going to go through one more example. I'm going to split a bit of this, guys. Guys, I know a lot of the clients are watching. I'm going to restart this again, but I'm going to split it because some of this training is just for you. So what is starting to fizzle out, okay? You need to write this down today. You need to get an awareness of it. Gemma, say good morning. Let us know where you're from. What have you started not doing that you said you were going to do? Because half of you aren't training the same as you were 4 weeks ago. You're not eating as well. You're not tracking your food. You're not doing your morning routine. You're not doing your day-night routine. You're not doing your journal. Morning, Stephen. Morning, Annie. You're absolutely doing sweet FA that you said you were going to do, okay? And we're only 7 weeks in to the year. And you're already giving up because it's got a little bit tough. Why are you giving up? Because you're not accountable if you haven't got a coach. You're not in a peer group. You haven't got a community. You haven't got people giving you that reminder. You haven't got people not picking you back up. And work with me, that's what you're going to get on a daily basis, okay? And I guarantee you will succeed because that's why I succeed, because I've always got a world-class coach. You are not going to do it on your own, okay? Simple as. Now, questions you need to ask yourself is, you might have had a crap week. Just up the road, Gemma, I'm in Creswell. You might have not had any progress. Look at my podcast, I've gone backwards. 51 places, okay? What do? Do I just give up? Bin it off? Or do I start working harder? Do I start going back to what it means to me? Do I start putting more effort in, okay? Because some of you might have forgotten, but your kids are watching you. You're still their role model, okay? Some of you might have forgotten, summer's coming. Are you going to wait till July? And then be like, man, what's the best way to lose 3 stone in 3 weeks? There isn't one, Sharon. Sort your SH1T out now. And get the body you want forever and keep it, okay? Because your kids still need you, your partner still needs you, you still need to feel good, your health, your focus, your body confidence. I can't even get my head round that some people are thinking, I'll wait till lockdown's finished to sort my shit out. You might be waiting a long time, guys, trust me, okay? You have to switch your focus because you're back into focusing on everything you can't do. Said it time and time and time again. I will refocus you on what you can do and I will make you feel strong, empowered, focused, successful and driven, okay? By making you accountable and making sure you get daily results. Okay, guys, that's all I've got this morning. One thing I will say as well, I'm going to say this to end with. I'm going to use that quote again, Rocky. Life ain't all sunshine and rainbows, is it? Many of you will look at me and you will be smashing it. Everything about him is amazing. I'm sure the business clients that I mentor think that. I'm certainly sure that judging by some of the quotes that people put in for work they want to do for me, they think I'm a hell of a lot richer than I am. I had over 25 clients quit, okay, in the last 6 weeks. Could have massively let that damage me, and it did. It damaged me massively. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday this week, I've been unbearable. Why? Because I started to focus on what I couldn't control. Did any single one of them quit because they weren't happy with what I delivered? No. Every single one of them sent me a really nice message explaining the reason why, which most of them it was financial, and it wasn't about me. It's their decision. Some of them left because they've absolutely smashed their goals and they don't feel they need a coach anymore. I believe they're wrong. But that's their decision, not mine. So why was I giving so many thoughts to something that I can't control? Whether people choose me to coach them or not is completely up to me. I'm truly grateful when they do, and when they leave, I'm truly grateful to them for having chosen me anyway, okay? But I allowed it to affect me a little bit. Now, I've had to refocus and switch my mindset because, and I'm just using this as a real world example for you guys. I'd got into the mindset where I'm like, do I even want to do fitness anymore? Honestly, I get it, guys. I get it like you do. It would be the same as you're feeling now, many of you. Can I even be asked anymore? Do I even care that I'm fat? Shall I just be fat? Can I be bothered doing my steps or eating well or tracking or paying money towards something that I'm not really doing anyway because I've not been getting involved and I've not been putting the work in, okay? I had those feelings with my business. But then I've got a coach. I've got a journal. I've got a daily awareness. I've got someone who pulls me back, okay? And that's what you need, and that's your wake-up call, okay? Because do you know what? I may have lost 25 clients. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to replace them with 150 effing new ones in the next 2 weeks, okay? And if I do hit that, I'm going to give away a £1,000 prize. If I, hand on heart, and you guys will all see this, I don't know whether it will happen or not, I'm going to do my best to make it happen. If I sign up 150 new people to do the 5-week fat loss challenge at an insane price of £99, you're going to get about 8 weeks, okay? It will change my life. It will change Logan's life. It will change Nat's life. It will change 150 people's life who do the plan. And I tell you what, it will damn right change the winner's life when they get £1,000, if it happens, okay? So do I want to focus my thoughts on that, on what I can control and what I can change and what I can implement and what I can nail and what I'm in charge of? Or do I want to give the thoughts to my slightly damaged ego because 25 people left? And rather than just thinking, you know, where are these? Let me find it. How do I really feel? This question's Paul asked me. How do I really feel? What does that mean? How do I want to feel? Okay? And I've flipped it completely. And you guys can do the same thing with your fitness, your nutrition, your relationship, your business, your focus goals, okay? But you're going to have to go back, you know? Start to focus on what you can control, because many of you have started to drift and it's only 6 weeks in. You're only 6 weeks into this year, really, okay? And I said I'm going to use Nick as an example. I'm going to use him as a really quick example before I go. He won't mind me mentioning, you know, when he started, I can't remember how long ago it was now, about 6-8 months into lockdown, pretty much ready for throwing himself off a bridge. Okay, now every single area of his life is on fire. Business, home, relationships, focus, and he's just applied to do a master's, okay? Why? Because he's completely focused on what he can control. He's flipped that mindset. He's no longer thinking about how he doesn't want to feel, how he doesn't want to be, how he doesn't want to act, what he doesn't want to do, all the other people whose fault it might be that are affecting his life. He's focused on him, his goals, his drive, his family, his decisions, and realizing, as I've said so many times, that when you focus on what you can do, you will feel strong, focused, and empowered. When you focus on what you can't do, you will just drift and drift and drift and drift into a white heat of, not wanting to do anything, because all the focus is on how you don't want to feel, what you can't do, what's happened, what actually happened, okay? What actually happened to me? 25 people quit because they either had got everything that they wanted from me, which is amazing, and I should be celebrating that, or unfortunately, their personal circumstances meant that they couldn't continue. Again, completely out of my control. But I want this to make sense to you guys, that I allowed my thoughts, my focus, my weeds, whatever you want to call it, to go on to all the things that were happening that I had no control over. Okay? And if that's happening with you, that's why I want this to be your wake-up call, because you can't control those things. But what can I control? For every client who choose not to stay, I can sign up 25 new ones. Which is the winner? Which is the winner? But yet, I allowed my mind to focus on these things, and I've had to get back to it. And that is what a truly great coach does. Okay? And that's why I feel everyone needs a truly great coach. I will never, ever not have a coach again. Ever. Because if I hadn't had that awareness to have been given my wake-up call and to reset my brain and go back to focusing on, what goals did I set out? Well, I'll tell you what, I set out an earning goal for February. I'm not going to achieve that whining about people that have left. I'm not going to achieve that not doing any advertising, because there's no point because of lockdown. That's where my head was at one point. Honestly, guys, you will all just think like life's sunshine and rainbows for me. It's not. I have the same mental battle as you guys do every single day, and I need the same coaching to get me out of it. So yeah, that's all I've got for today, because I'm going over into the private client group to deliver a training for them on how to regain mental focus, how to regain their motivation, and how to reset in order to make sure that we now move forward, having had a drift, and we make the second 2 weeks of February into March the best 2 weeks of the year, which is what I intend to do personally as well, before resetting and setting out goals for March. If you want to be involved, the link is in the comment. It's a ridiculous price. It's £99 for the 5-week fat loss challenge. But if you sign up now, you're going to get about 8 weeks. Is it? Starts on the 8th. Payment starts on the 8th of March. But I will be pushing you hard, so I hope you're ready for it. Nick will be pushing you hard as well. That's it. That's all I've got for today, guys. There's something else was in my head that I wanted to say to you guys, but I've forgotten. But yeah, no, that was the other thing. That again, we will be setting the March goals. So everyone will be listing what it is. What do we want to achieve in March? What do we need to do in order to do that? And how are we going to measure whether we're achieving it or not, okay? And that's what you need a daily reminder of, okay? Guys, clients that are on, if you're not filling out your daily planner, I have no sympathy for you whatsoever. Because trust me, I was in a dark place almost the last 3 days, okay? I still have to coach, okay? But I'm a good actor sometimes. But the only thing that got me out of it was journaling, and was my planner from Paul, and coaching from Paul. Hands down. Saved me. I'm back fired up. I'm back on point. I've written some very strict goals for the next 10 days to make sure that I maximise every single last day in February. Okay, I'd love to do the same with you. Links in the comments. Love you all. Have an awesome day. Let's go.